A common growing question among people within the newer generations is, should we fear the 9-to-5 job? Should we fear what most people are doing, what our parents have pretty much all done? Is this something we should strive to avoid? Should we try to break the so-called matrix? Essentially, when people ask, should we fear the 9-to-5 job? What they're really asking is, should we fear being mediocre in life? Should we fear just doing what is expected of us and nothing more? However, I think this question is irrelevant because it does not address the root of the problem. It doesn't matter if you work a 9-to-5 job or not. And it does not necessarily matter if you are mediocre. What really matters is, are you doing what you love? So I think the question should be reframed again into the idea of, should we fear doing something we do not love, that we do not feel passionate about? And most importantly, do we not feel fulfilled by? This is what you should fear. And as you can already guess, my answer is yes. However, to be clear, I do not equate a 9-to-5 job with automatically bad. Because if you work a 9-to-5 that you are fulfilled in and passionate about, then there is no issue. The problem comes from the fact that many people find 9-to-5 jobs, how do I best put it, lacking of fulfillment, and thus assume 9-to-5 jobs are all inherently bad. However, this is not always the case. What is most important for anybody to do is to do two things. To find out their purpose. Essentially, this is what they most want to do for the world, how they want to serve the world, figure out their core desires of how they want to serve their society and or their planet. Once we have our purpose developed, then we align a mission. And a mission is just how we go about achieving that purpose. Now, these two steps are not easy things and can take up to years to discover. They did so for me. However, they are critical before you can even ask any question of what you're going to do with your life. Once you have your purpose fulfilled, you need to figure out your mission. Not fulfilled, found out. But once you have that figured out, you need to figure out your mission. Now, your mission might include a 9-to-5 job. It may not. And there's nothing wrong with you if it does include a 9-to-5 job. A great example I would like to use is Dr. Jordan Peterson. Now, obviously Dr. Jordan Peterson's purpose is something along the lines of inspiring and helping future generations, which is something a lot of people in the self-development sphere also align their purpose to, I would say. However, Dr. Jordan Peterson pursued a 9-to-5 job as a way to meet that purpose. He was a university professor for, I'm assuming, quite a lot of his life. Now, a university professor may actually be more than a 9-to-5 job because you're writing research papers and you're lecturing classes. So in essence, you may be doing more work than a 9-to-5 job actually entails. Every day, he would go to the university and start his work, his research, and also lecture students and mark their grades. He could have been working anywhere from 50 to 80 hours a week, far more than the 9-to-5 job. But you cannot deny he was essentially working a 9-to-5 job. But I bet you he doesn't regret it. However, of course, the mission can change and the purpose can change. His mission expanded unintentionally to a different sphere where he became more active in the online community instead of his university. His mission evolved just like him. So your mission can change. If you start off in a 9-to-5 job, you will not necessarily stay in a 9-to-5 job. Sometimes people use 9-to-5 jobs as simply a means to an end, a way to make money while they pursue their side hobby. However, this does not mean you have to hate your 9-to-5 job. Find a 9-to-5 job that aligns as closely with your purpose as possible. And if it does not align with your purpose, find one that does as soon as possible. There's nothing wrong with stopping in a 9-to-5 job and making this your whole goal, as long as it aligns with your purpose and you still plan to grow in your career and to move up the ranks. Now, I say move up the ranks because there's one other part of this question. Should we fear being mediocre? To an extent, I would say yes. You should always strive to be the best, to be your best, to make the most out of this life we have. And that means if you're in a 9-to-5 job, moving up the ranks. That means if you're a YouTuber, to try and get as many subscribers as possible. Whatever you're in, try to be the best at it. Now, if you are one of those people that are okay with mediocrity, that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to ask yourself, are you fulfilled with that? Are you truly, genuinely happy with that? If the answer is yes, then I suppose mediocrity may be for you. But most people would say no. They are not fulfilled and happy with just the bare minimum, the baseline. They want more. Well, by all means, it would be a crime not to pursue more. So to answer this common question many young people tend to have, should we fear the 9-to-5 job? The answer is no. Not if it aligns with your purpose. Should we fear being mediocre? The answer is yes, if you are a mission-oriented person. But I think what you should fear most out of any of these questions is not living up to your fulfillment. That is what you should fear. Thankfully, once you figure out your purpose, how to succeed in your fulfillment becomes very easy, because you'll find that for whatever purpose you have, there are countless avenues to pursue it. In fact, some of the greatest people pursue their purpose in over 6 to 7 different missions, 6 to 7 different ways, and as such get multiple streams of income. But for now, take it easy and just find one pathway. You'll find that as you grow as a person, your purpose may change or expand, and so will your mission. So maybe a 9-to-5 job is where you start, maybe it's where you end, but that's okay. Maybe it'll expand into something else. Maybe it'll start as something else and turn into a 9-to-5. The choice is yours. Just ensure that you're fulfilled. That is the true question.